and then they see, oh, someone has a snow machine. But guess what they throw into the snow machine, Sam?
Oh God, what?
Cheese.
Oh my gosh, yes! The third movie I'm thinking is Lion King.
Ooh.
I got bored during that. The first time I watched it was when I was 20.
What the?
Every now and then.
All you do is just press one button. I've done my job. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're like, okay, we're gonna start.
Hey y'all, post-editing Brian here. Before we start today's episode, I have a special announcement. Apartment 308 is now available on Spotify and Google Podcasts. Yes, now you can listen to all the episodes in audio-only form. I'll be updating these pages every week with a few episodes at a time, so do please wait for all of them to come out. I will let you know when I'm available on other platforms as well. Links to Spotify and Google Podcasts are in the description below, and thank you all for the support. Now enjoy today's episode. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Apartment 308 YouTube channel. How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to the show. It's been a while. I'm your host, Brian, and if you don't know what this show is, It's Been a While is a podcast where I get together with a friend who I haven't seen / talked to in a long time. We just have a one-on-one conversation with each other, just talk about stuff and catch up with each other. And
Yeah.
and tonight's guest, you've seen her multiple times on my show This or That. She even helped me found that show. Let's give it up for our friend Sam. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Yep. We're gonna be continuing on interviewing my friends who have been, a major part of the channel and also who have been reoccurring guests. And we're just gonna get to know Sam a little bit more. But more specifically, Sam here is a film major in college, and we're gonna be talking about that.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be another fun episode. We're gonna learn more about Sam, more about film in general. And yeah, if you want to hear more on Sam's story of being a film major, subscribe to Apartment 308, like today's video, comment, share it, and yeah.
Alright. And yeah.
I swear, I always say the same thing for every episode, for every show, Sam.
It's okay. I feel like my thing is just gonna be saying subscribe.
Subscribe. Hit that bell icon.
I gotta say it like what's it? Like, Miranda sings.
Oh man.
Subscribe.
Alright. Alrighty then. You ready, Sam? Let's jump into it.
Okay, I'm jumping into it. Let's do it.
Obviously, we gotta start off with, a little bit more of your background. But from what I understand, Sam, is that you kind of came in as like an undeclared student at first, but then you decided to become a film major.
Ooh, okay. We're starting with this. All right.
Yeah, I'm curious, Sam. Did you have any prior knowledge of film or editing before you came to college, or is this all new to you as you're like going along?
Oh man, okay, so this is gonna be a long one. Let's start from when I was like 8. Okay.
Oh, we're going all the way back now, are we?
So my family would have like a big Thanksgiving party with like close friends and stuff, since we didn't have family that didn't live like nearby us, so we would just have a big party. And these people would always bring like their digital cameras, and I don't know what got me to saying this, but I was just like, can I take your camera and make a bunch of movies with my friends? And they would do that. They would let us do that. So I would literally steal their camera for the night. And my parents would like not be really happy about that, just because like if I broke it, I'd have to owe them back. So I did that for a few years, like every Thanksgiving. And I would get like a little disc, like a DVD disc of the recordings I made that the owners of the camera like burned on the DVD, and I would watch it and I'd be like, oh my God, I am amazing. This is great. I love this.
I did this.
I did this. I am amazing. And it wasn't even like any editing. It was just like
just all raw footage of you just holding the camera and just running around with it.
Yeah. And then later on, when I'd say I was in middle school, I grew up really close to like my neighbors that live around me, like two other families, and
Mm-hmm.
they have kids around our age. So we kind of all grew up together. So instead of like having cousins I was close to or anything, I had my neighbors, and I would see them like almost every week. Just because we went to different schools and everything, we didn't um, hang out as much, but we did see each other and go on vacations together and stuff. And we would always like record that on our like iPod touches or like whatever I
Mm-hmm.
could like find a $20 camera from like Big Lots, you know.
Oh man.
That was I remember getting a camera from Big Lots. That was amazing. We would do that, and then they showed me iMovie from like Apple, like the
Oh
basic free
boy.
editing software in middle school. I was like, oh man, I could like go with this. Like, and we were just editing a movie for fun, and then like I decided to like kind of make it my own and edit it just to like mess around. That's when I like to say I started really getting into like filming stuff and editing. So like when I was
Mm-hmm.
like 12. Yeah, through high school I took like video production classes and whatever, and those were fine. They're pretty easy for me just because like
You already had that
all
prior
the
knowledge.
yeah, just and it was mostly like editing. Like we had to make our own 5 minute movie, and we could work with a
Oh
partner. And
yeah. Oh man, I actually took a beginner's film course in high school too, Sam.
yeah, how was that?
Um, I mean, I tried to enjoy it. Like, well, I mean, we did the old we were kind of like the old school. Well, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be how an intro film works. But we took like regular video cameras. We had to take the tapes, import them into our Macs. Um,
Wow.
I liked the high school course, but my only issue was the teacher at the time. He
Oh
was
yeah.
yeah, he was such a hard ass on us when it came to all these productions. Even when we're trying to write a script for cuz one of our daily assignments is to like write a PSA. He would go so far as to try to very grammar wise correct our PSA scripts, even though we are gonna be reading them on a piece of paper when we're filming. So
Oh my gosh, that's
I
insane.
I don't know so you said yours was pretty easy, right? Since you already knew most of this stuff.
In yeah, the one semester I took in high school, it was, and then it's not much longer, but like then I my one of the local colleges near my hometown was like doing a summer filming program, like a film, not like camp, but like program thing. You come like twice a week and you work with other people. And this was when I was about to be a senior in high school, so almost 5 years ago.
Whoa.
And I don't know what it was, but the other people that were in our little class or whatever, our group, were just not amazing.
Huh.
uh, like I don't know, I just didn't the vibe wasn't it. I just had a gut feeling it wasn't gonna be how I expected or how I wanted it to be, I guess. So it was kind of hard to like deal with it, and that was that. And I, at the end of the summer, I was like kind of deciding what I wanted to major in college. I was like, I was gonna start off with film, but after the summer class that I took, like it like set me off. Like it made me not like it as much anymore. So I needed a
Ew.
long break, and
So that's why you kind of came in as undeclared because you needed like a short break from it, huh?
yeah, and well, I wasn't really undeclared. I just changed a lot.
Really?
Um,
Then
yeah.
what else were you before you were a film major?
Okay, so I applied to our school on the application as a like business major, like hospitality, and then I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then I went to the orientation a couple months before we actually started school, and there I met some of the professors, and they were nice and everything, but they were talking about the classes we have to take, like economics and everything. I was like, no, I can't do economics, not a fan. No. And I am the second I got home from the like road trip that we took up to school and everything, like I sent an email I sent an email to the counselor, whoever's in charge of like changing majors or
the
whatever.
academic advisor.
Yeah, the academic advisor. I said, "Hi, listen, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to switch to Japanese because I'm taking a Japanese class. So I'm gonna." And I know Japanese. Like I learned hiragana in 7th grade. I'll be fine.
Wait, you learned hiragana in 7th grade? What?
Yeah.
No way.
Is this another episode story?
That's for another. Yeah, that's for a different episode. So
stay tuned for that. Me and languages. Anyways, yeah, I was like, yeah, I could do Japanese. Like, it won't be that hard. And so I changed to Japanese, and I was a Japanese major. When I first met you, I was a Japanese major the first semester of freshman year. Then I was like, you know what? At the end of the semester, I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. This is too hard. I completely misjudged what I said earlier.
Oh, and man.
By the time we came back from winter break that year and started our second semester, I went up to the advisor. I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to change my major to film. Will I still be able to graduate on time? Because that's like one of my parents' like main concern.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you can. I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to film. Because I was like, that was my last thing that I knew I was still really into.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of got back into that since 2018 and kind of graduating with film.
So here you are.
Yeah, here I am.
This is how you got to this point.
Yeah, I'm glad that summer class I took like 5 years ago didn't completely ruin it for me. I thought it did, but...
Yeah. So I guess pretty much, and I know we're jumping ahead a little bit off of the list I gave you, Sam, but you kind of already did explain, like, your main reason why you chose film. Because you kind of grew up with it, or got, like, early exposure to it.
And I kind of grew up around it, too, because my dad works in the film, TV, movie industry.
Oh, really?
He does special effects, like the literal, like he doesn't do like the computer special effects, he does like the actual.
Oh, so he's one sending off like all the explosions and stuff.
Yeah, so I grew up with
those
that.
are fun. I want to see that in action.
Oh my god, I have clips I can show you sometime.
You've been to them?
I've like not really been to them, but he's like recorded some of the stuff he's done, and I've helped him at home with like practice runs of stuff.
What the heck? I can't imagine it's like, hey Sam, can you help me set off some explosives for practice? Yes, Dad.
Well, I mean, like, it wasn't really explosive. I mean, he also does like snow and rain and stuff. So like,
oh, okay, yeah,
he would do,
that
like,
makes more sense.
Snow, and I would like run around like the backyard while he was like turning on the snow machines or whatever he was doing, and then
wait, what?
Like, the fake rain.
Wait, what exactly goes into fake snow?
It's just like.
Is it just ice, or is it?
No, it's kind of. I don't know how to explain. It's been a while since I've seen the fake snow, but like, it's kind of like soap, and it turns into like foam through the machine in a way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I remember, Sam. Did you ever watch Drake and Josh growing up?
Honestly, not that much. My attention was mostly on SpongeBob.
Okay, but I remember there was a Drake and Josh Christmas special movie that they released, and the ending for it actually does end for them. It's like it's snowing in San Diego, and then they see, oh, someone has a snow machine, but guess what they throw into the snow machine, Sam?
Oh God, what?
Cheese.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You see, I think it was Crazy Steve or some other character. You just see him with a giant wheel of cheese, just chuck it inside the snow machine, and then you see all the kids, including Drake and Josh, just be like, well, I mean, this is the closest snow as we can get in San Diego, so why not?
That's amazing. I think I'm gonna do that.
I'm pretty sure it has to be like a bit. I can't tell what cheese he used, but it has to be like white enough to be close to snow.
Yes, I'm sure we can make that happen. But yeah, I grew up with that, and then like my dad would like have like to practice like for like making like fake rain and stuff, and it was basically just like this like metal thing that he would like lift up with like a forklift thing, and it would like have water just dripping through like a hose or whatever, and I would just like sprint around
Oh.
with it and stuff. So like I don't know, just those like little things.
Well, I mean, you live in SoCal, so seeing that kind of stuff
Yeah.
was all like, finally.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, just running around like this is the closest I'm gonna get. So
Except for the part where you actually where it's still hot in SoCal.
yeah, like it'll be hot one day, and then we'd be doing like fake rain or whatever. It was fun.
Honestly, that's like the best time to do that. So,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
surprised I didn't tell you earlier. I thought I told you guys, like the rest of the group.
I,
Well, yeah, that was a big part of the influence as well. So my dad was really happy when I chose this major.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, see, Sam, like I said in the beginning, this show, it's been a while. It's all about getting to know my friends better, and just having a one-on-one conversation, and there's some educational value on how somewhere.
Yeah, so it's actually like a soap type of thing that goes in the snow. That's what we've learned today. I don't know what it's called. I'll have to
I'll
look
look.
it up.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on my end earlier and throw it up on the screen. But
Insert the picture now.
you
So
you heard you heard her, future me. Do it right now.
do it or else I don't even know. Or
It's
else I'm gonna
okay.
get Caitlin involved somehow.
Oh no. If Caitlyn talks to future me because of you, Sam, it's
Hey,
like no.
Caitlin.
Yeah. Okay, so another question I want to ask you in terms of like your background with you in filming is that was there like a particular film, movie, TV show that kind of got you inspired into starting?
Not really, no. I don't know. I was
Really?
just
Like no, like not like a specific like action film or like animation got your attention when you were younger?
I mean, I had like favorites, like oh god, now I'm gonna talk about my favorites and then the ones I hate a lot.
Wait.
So
Wait.
so I grew up on Disney movies. A lot of people our age have and whatever,
Oh
but
yeah, of course.
I did watch a lot of like Pixar and stuff, and like I don't know. I mean, just like watching Disney movies kind of made me want to like make movies. There was nothing that really connected it. I was just like, oh, Disney movie. I want to make a movie, you know. And then I don't know. Like I watched Toy Story and A Bug's Life so much when I was little. Like I would rewind them over and over and over again on the VCR and like watch them, and like I feel like I annoyed my parents so much because obviously there was no like headphones with the VCR attached to our giant chunky TV in the living room. But
Oh man.
I was just I was just having a good time. Then there were some other movies that I'm not very fond of
Like
that I
what?
would have
I'm
wished I
curious.
would have never seen. I feel like I've told you, but I really do not like Pinocchio.
Like the Disney Pinocchio, you mean?
Yeah, that thing scares me.
Oh yeah, no, I remember you and I were talking about this, but for the audience watching at home, you want to explain why?
It should be rated R, not G.
Rated R.
Yeah, R for I don't even know. Like what? It shouldn't. It's just wrong.
It,
I
it
don't like it.
just
Everything's
what?
wrong.
Okay, then tell me what specific scene in Pinocchio are you thinking that you're just like, oh god, why, stop?
The beginning was okay, but it still kind of sketched me out. Mind you, the first time I saw it was when I was like 14.
uh,
So,
when you were 14?
yeah, and it scared me.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I don't know what kind of why I think it's like that because I'm probably the only person that you've like heard this from, like at least with a passion of I hate Pinocchio. So, um,
This is what
especially,
this is why I grab you on for this or that, because you can like argue and be passionate about anything if
oh
you
yeah,
like it.
people tell me I should have been a lawyer, but that's not happening. That's for Grant. Anyways, yeah, Pinocchio is okay. Like the beginning was okay, and then he's like, spoiler alert for all those people, including the 14-year-olds like me who haven't seen it yet. Um, he gets like sent to the circus or something, and like that, I don't know what that was, but that freaking scared me. And then he turned into like a real kid, and I was like, no, that's not supposed to happen.
But
And then
all
there
he
was like a
wanted to do
whale and stuff, and I was like, no,
but
no, 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 no.
all he wanted to do is become a real boy. I
And
mean,
then like the lying thing, I was like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore.
okay, then tell me, does the Shrek adaptation of Pinocchio scare you less?
Yes. Well, one, because he's like not like in there a lot, and two, because like I don't know, he's kind of like funny, and he's not like, I don't know, kind of, I don't know, he says a lot of like jokes and stuff, so I take, he's more like less scary to me. Still kind of freaks me out a little. I don't know, maybe it's puppets, but I don't know. I prefer to watch Shrek,
Yes, we all love Shrek.
but I haven't. This is gonna sound so bad. I haven't seen Shrek 2 before. Um,
What?
yeah,
You're
so even,
crazy.
oh yeah, and then wait until we talk about the third movie I don't like watching.
Okay, that third movie was so weird.
Are we okay? The third movie I'm thinking is Lion King. Um,
Oh.
I got bored during that. The first time I watched it was when I was 20.
What the?
So
Okay,
2 years ago.
okay, so to be fair, Sam, when Frozen got released during our high school time, I refused so much to watch it. But then when the DVD got released, when I was in Spanish class, our teacher decided, okay, let's watch Frozen in Spanish.
Oh
So
god.
that was my first exposure to Frozen, watching it in Spanish. I'm like,
Oh
what
my
the?
gosh. I remember watching it for the first time. Like, it's not anything special to me. Like, I know it hits some people harder than others, especially people that were like a little younger than us, just because
Yeah.
we were in our teens and already like going through high school and stuff. But I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm glad that it was a big thing and whatever. And I'm happy for like Disney or whatever. But like they overdid it. I don't know.
Yeah.
After like a month, they're like, "Oh yeah, let's play this Frozen game. Oh yeah, Frozen, 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 Frozen." Just like stop it and give me more Toy Story movies, or else I'm gonna riot. So
Yeah. And also, Sam, like regarding like the movies you kind of watched as like a little kid. For me, I grew up. Of course, I watched Shrek when I was younger, and then also I watch. Okay, in terms of Lion King, I watched Lion King 1.5, and that
I
one,
remember
that
seeing ads for that on the VHS cassettes. Anyways,
yeah. So the thing for that, because I'm like 5 years old at the time, I didn't know what fractions were back then, but I thought that movie starring Timon and Pumbaa. I thought that was, the original Lion King, not the spin-off movie. So
yeah.
then years later, when someone says, "Let's watch Lion King," I'm like, "Oh yeah, I get to see Timon and Pumbaa, that movie." And then
Mhm.
there's like, "Oh wait, it's actually starring like Simba." I was like, "Wait a minute, this is not what I grew up as a child with." Hold on a second.
And I was like, wait, yeah, I remember seeing ads for that, and I feel like I knew like 1.5 was like in between like the first and second one, but I was like, why do you need a half? Like, what's the
I
half
mean, it is
about?
supposed to be like a spin-off movie for like Timon and
The
Pumbaa.
straight to
Just
DVD sing like
yeah.
top Disney movies are my favorite things ever. Mulan 2, yes,
Oh
please.
my gosh. I mean other stuff I like grew up watching was let's see. I grew up a lot with Thomas the Tank Engine and Barney on
Oh my
VHS.
God, Barney. We had so many Barney VHS things from my cousin.
Yeah, same. And then
And
oh, sorry.
oh, sorry, I was gonna say, oh yeah, and Thomas
The
with the
Tank Engine.
British. Yeah, with the British guy narrator or whatever.
Oh, that
Hilarious.
narrator though, I swear.
I know it's been forever since I've seen Thomas now, and now he's a bunch of like memes. I'm so proud of him.
I mean, it's so. I mean, I took a gander like the current like Thomas the Tank Engine because back then they like like no one's character. Any of the characters, like their face never moves. It just changes per scene. But then I'm looking at like the current Thomas the Tank Engine. They actually animated everything, and I'm looking at this and I'm just like, as much this is like a very big improvement from the original, it doesn't hit the same.
It's just wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right to me. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this animation works for like this generation of little kids, but
Yeah.
for me, it doesn't hit right, man.
Yeah. That's like be with me with the like SpongeBob episodes after like 2002. So
Oh, yeah, SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron was also another one. I love Jimmy Neutron.
I barely watched that one, honestly.
That one's also good, but like every other like cartoon, it got memed a lot, like in our like later on in our generation. So
True. Very true.
I know there's like another like film slash kid show I used to watch a lot as in terms of like VHS or DVD. I'm trying to remember. Um
Oh my God,
oh
wait. Oh, you
oh
go, you go. I'll remember mine.
oh I remember another one. The Wiggles.
Yeah.
Oh my God, someone else that remembers the Wiggles.
Yeah. I remember the guy that wore the purple shirt was always
Oh,
sleeping.
Jeff.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name. All I remember is the like shirt colors. And I remember there was like one part where they were like pirates on a ship or something.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
it's like shoot, Captain. Oh, I think his name was like Captain Feathersword, the pirate.
You know what? That sounds like that
I
would be
think
it.
that's
I
his name,
kind of
but
remember it now.
yeah, I
I
grew
like
up
how you remember.
because it's actually funny because I saw this on my friend's Instagram story where the Wiggles actually got like back together for like a reunion, and they did a
Mhm.
cover of a song. I'll throw it up on screen like about now. But yeah, they did like a cover of the song, but I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute. I see the original ones, but who the fuck are these other guys? I'm like, oh wait, yeah, they're the new Wiggles cast. I forgot. These ones are retired.
Oh yeah, the OGs are living their best lives.
Yeah, and it's also pretty cool too. Like the yellow Wiggle, it's now a female lead for that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it's like I get like it's about time to like change actors and stuff. I'm like, man, it doesn't hit the same.
Hello.
Caitlin,
Oh
we're
my
kind
God.
of doing a one-on-one conversation right now.
Sorry.
We're recording.
Please put that at the end. I
I'll
summoned
see.
her from earlier. Anyways, yeah, I think it's good that they have the female yellow wiggle now. I didn't know about that until you brought it up. So,
Yeah,
all
but
right.
what was the other thing you were gonna say before I interrupted you?
Oh, so I also grew up with an obsession, like when I was in preschool, with an obsession of Care Bears. And
I didn't grow up watching Care Bears.
well, that's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it was more of a like not like rare thing. I don't even know, but like I just learned about it through like friends, like, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I got this like Care Bear or whatever," and then like the Care Bears would like come with like a VHS tape about the character, and like it would come with like a half hour like 2 episode thing of like about like whatever like a random story whatever, and I remember there was like one of the episodes was really scary. Like honestly, if I watched it now, I would still probably be scared. But it was about like a haunted like theater or something, and there was like a ghost or a phantom, I think is what it
What?
was. And like honestly, you see what the phantom's like face looks like. I swear, I'm scarred. I would hide behind the couch because of that. Like, and I would watch it repeatedly, but I would skip those few seconds or times that I would see the ghost just because I was so scared of it. And I don't know why they would put that in a kid's cartoon, but yeah, the Care Bear scarred me when I was like 4, so that's fun.
All right.
Didn't know it would take this turn of events, but now we're going to talk about how certain movies affected me. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but that I guess that pretty much, wraps up like your at least like your background and also how you got to this point of being a film major. So
Yes.
now we're gonna talk about some of the things you have to do in, the filming world. So I understand, Sam, that before we got into quarantine, you and some other friends that we know, you guys were actually part of you were guys a part of someone's capstone film project. The one,
Yes.
yeah.
Which one? I was in 3, but the third one I didn't get to do because pandemic already hit, so I didn't do anything.
I think the one I'm thinking of right now, Sam, is the one where you guys stayed up like so late at night to do.
Ooh, yeah. So,
Yeah, so how did that go? What was that project about?
so this project was about like this girl finding this magical deck of cards and like whatever she like wanted or wished for or something like that, like it would like pop up and then it would like disappear or something
Oh.
like that. And luckily we were filming on campus, so it wasn't that far away, and I
Uh-huh.
still lived on campus at the time. And
Right.
it was where our school is, it gets really cold at night, especially in the winter. And this girl
Ooh.
decided that it's like, I'm gonna get my capstone filming done in February, which is usually pretty early. Usually you do it around March or April.
Right.
And she did it in like the beginning of February, and it was very cold. Very, very, very cold. And we went outside, and all of the movie took place outside in this parking lot. And we filmed from like 6 p.m., like to like where it started getting dark before the daylight saving stuff, until until like 3 a.m. one night.
Holy
And
shit.
and I wasn't that prepared
Oh my
for it to
gosh.
be, I don't know, that cold. Like I was like, I know it's going to be cold, but like I didn't know it was going to be that cold just because I haven't stayed up outside all night before at our school. I'd be
Mm-hmm.
inside at night. But yeah, I was helping to do the sound recording, so I would like tell the people when it was okay to start recording the sound for the movie and everything.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Yeah.
ask like what your position was.
Yeah, so I was doing that. It wasn't that hard. I literally just had to press a button every now and then.
You
But
just
the fact,
all you do is just press one button. I've done my job. Goodbye.
yeah, exactly. Like they're like, okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. Is the sound rolling on my Giatis? And they're like, okay. Or I'd say, yeah, sound's rolling. They'd be like, camera rolling, action. They'd do their scene, and then when the director said cut, I would press the same button, and I would do nothing until the next time we had to record. So
you literally just sit there and it's like, all right, Sam, we good? We good? All right, you're done. All right, let's go.
yeah, until for like 9 hours. Yeah, I wasn't that prepared. Like people brought like hand warmers, like those little things that you like hit and it
Oh
gets
yeah,
like warm.
yeah, yeah.
And I had one jacket, but it wasn't enough. So I was dying that first night. The second night that we did it, like a week later, I was more prepared, but we only stayed out till like midnight that night instead of like 3. So
Mhm. Uh,
yeah, that was kind of hard, but definitely got experience.
okay. So here's my question. Since you worked the sound section, um, when the volume hits the red level, is that a good or a bad thing?
Bad.
Well, shit. I wish you could have told me earlier, because that's how I've been doing every episode.
Are you kidding or no?
Well, because when I go edit these podcasts in like Adobe Premiere, like I make sure like it's loud enough, But like in terms of like the volume level, I tried to keep it as like as much how do I say it? Like close to red as possible for
Oh
me.
no, Brian.
You see, again, this is very educational. I didn't know about this until now, and god damn it, every episode that I've done up to this point, Sam, is like that.
Oh my God, Brian.
That's
No,
probably why
red.
not that many people stay for the show as much.
Because it's loud as frick. I am so. Okay, yeah. So the level is like it's like green, then yellow, then red for you, right?
Yeah.
Keep it in the green. And it does it next to like the little like green, yellow, green, yellow, green. Wow, green, yellow, red thing. Does it have like little numbers?
Yeah, so I don't know. See, the thing about that is like I didn't get that. It's like it showed like negative numbers. I'm like, oh.
Oh, uh-huh.
I was
So
like,
keep it.
do I have to get it to like zero exact, or do I have to keep it below zero?
So zero is normal. It's like what you recorded it as.
Right.
Positive numbers are louder. Negative numbers are quieter.
Okay, because
Um,
the thing is, when I go into premieres, like they put zero as like the max. Like if you hit zero, then you're hitting like the red area. But again, as I'm editing, like I try to keep it like at very below the red, or just barely touching it.
yeah, you still want to try and stay with. I haven't really used Adobe for sound, but like you still want to try and stay in like the green area as best you can, just so you don't kill anyone's ears. Um,
I learned that mistake the hard way.
I mean, it's okay, but what we were taught when I was in editing classes, if I remember correctly, is that for sound, you want it between -12 and +12 or +6. I can't remember. I think +12 for like the best sound.
Okay. Well, cause for me,
So,
yeah, cause like for me, like I tried to at least like get as close to like negative zero as most I can. So just judging from
mhm.
what I'm looking at my OBS, like if I had to say, probably like a -5 at most for everyone's voices.
Oh, and then you should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, have you listened to like any of our like previous shows, Sam? It's like I'm
Yeah,
always worried about like the volume level.
yeah. No, it's fine. And of course, there's always going to be parts where people get loud. So,
Yeah, that's always the
yeah.
hard part. Always trying to adjust everyone's volume, especially when they're yelling.
Yeah, everyone gets really excited, including me. So,
Yes.
sorry, I get really excited. But yeah, I guess just in the green level, green means good. It's like the stoplights on the street.
Okay,
Gotta
so
kind of,
green, good.
yeah,
Green
green
is
is
good.
good. Yeah.
And
You
then
learned something. I taught
see,
someone something today.
yeah,
Yay, I feel useful.
yeah. See, I'm telling you guys, Apartment 308, we're here to educate y'all. I didn't know about volume editing until now.
And I thought I couldn't teach anyone anything about film. So here we are, both feeling great.
Hell yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
but I also understand, Sam, that you are a senior as well, like I am, and of course you're making your own capstone project. How's that been going for you on your end?
So my end, I'm not doing too much. There's three of us in my capstone group. It's three of us, and I directed it. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, I directed a lot of it while we were filming during production at the end of February. So that was my main job. I did offer to do editing, but the other two girls that are it's also their project are going to do that. So we've shared our rough cut, which is like a rough draft, to the class. They liked it. There were some things we had to fix, so we fixed it, and we just showed our like second rough cut, if that makes sense, or final cut. No, not final cut yet. I think like second draft,
Mm-hmm.
and they always liked it, I guess, but like it was a lot better, and the editing's really great. Like the girl that's doing the editing, she's really good at it. She took the editing the beginning editing and the advanced editing classes with me. So she really does know what she's doing, and I'm really glad that.
What program is she using? Is she using like Final Cut, Premiere, After Effects? Like what is
I
she?
she has an Apple, so I think an Apple. Wow, she has a Mac, so I think she's doing Final Cut or like
Final Cut.
yeah, or like Adobe, one of those two. We were taught when I was back at school on campus a year ago. We were taught to edit only on an editing software called Avid, which is like the industry standard.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
hard.
I heard about Avid. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't touched Avid since the pandemic started pretty much, but it's really hard. Like, props to the people that use it every day.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Sam, and I told you this before, but for me, in terms of like Premiere, I'm self-taught in this program. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's like me with Final Cut.
yeah, and the funniest thing happened too because as all of you guys know, I'm like a graphic design major. I remember I went up to like one of my academic like advisors slash professor. And, she was just checking up on me. It's like, hey, how's progress on your learning plan? I'm like, I'm doing good. I'm just doing some stuff here and there to get classes done. She's like, oh, cool. And, I show her. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm also working on some videos for, just personal stuff. And it's like, oh, you're making videos. So what are you using? And I'm like, Adobe Premiere. It's like, oh, did you take the class about it? I'm like, there's a class? There's a class
Yeah,
for it?
I think we're slowly switching over to Adobe from
Yeah.
Avid.
Yeah, and as soon as I said, I was like, wait, there's an entire class dedicated to Premiere. And she said, well, Premiere, but mostly After Effects. So I'm surprised you're not taking it in your classes this semester, Brian. I thought it was required for you. I was like, I don't remember my academic advisor ever telling me this, huh?
Yeah, that might have been our editing thing.
Yeah, and also like another funny thing too is what the internship that you and I used to work at, Sam. Um yeah, no, I remember one time like my the boss asked me, he's like, "Hey, can you work on this After Effects file?" I was like, "I don't know how to work After Effects." It's like, "It's okay, we'll put you in touch with one of our video editors." So I'm like, "Cool, that's perfect." And then when I tried to download After Effects for the first time, I cannot run it on my laptop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it
Wait,
like
why?
it ate up so much. Like it ate up so much RAM, and I don't have like the CPU for it. So I had to go up to my boss and saying like, "Yo, I cannot work on After Effects. I can't have After Effects running on my laptop, or else this shit's gonna burn."
Yeah, I could do Adobe, but you cannot have me doing After Effects.
Yeah, and even then, like when I tried looking at After Effects, like on my end, I'm like, why is there so many panels? Where's the timeline? Where's the effects folder? What am I doing?
Yeah, each editing software is pretty different. So,
Yeah, but I'll stick to Premiere, honestly, for all of for everything related to Apartment 308. So
I'll stick to Final Cut Pro. So,
yeah,
that's what I know.
yeah. Um, so I guess moving on towards our next question, Sam, is like, so what are some of the more annoying things you have to deal with when you're working on this stuff?
I mean, it might just be me, but like when I was directing my capstone, well, just in general, like for any film thing, we have to get a lot of different shots from a lot of different angles. And
Oh
a lot
man.
of the time I see that like, oh, that shot could have worked perfectly. And then they like retake it like three more times. I'm like, why
Ah
was that
man, retaking the
necessary?
same shot over and over again, just using different angles and all that.
Yeah, and that eats up so much time. And then the fact that, or at least for my capstone, we had a schedule, and we were supposed to be finished with filming at around like 3 p.m. and like we finished at like 4, which isn't that big of a deal. Like 1 hour over isn't for film. That's not bad at all.
Uh-huh.
And that's fine. But like I remember when I was younger too, like my dad would be coming back from like filming and stuff, and he would come back at like the middle of the night, like 2 or 3 a.m. instead of like 10 p.m. or like earlier because something happened on the set or they didn't get the angle or whatever that they wanted, and it's just time consuming I mean, I don't think it should have taken that long, but I guess just a lot of the time spent filming is repetitive and tiring. So
I remember, Sam, what was it? I was helping out one of our friends back in school, right? He said, it was like a small, like a minute long video or 2 minutes long, I can't remember. But it was like a very short project, and it was for his final. And, since I'm the one mostly in the door most of the time, he said, "Hey, Brian, do you want to help me film it?" I'm like, "Yeah, what kind of production do you need?" So, and it was a cooking video, right?
Okay.
It was just like a short how-to cooking video, And I remember there was this one fucking scene that he kept trying so hard to get me positioned right for the angle. It was just him trying to cut up some cabbage or lettuce, I can't remember. It was him trying to cut it up and then place it from the cutting board to the plate, and I remember so many times he had to retake the shot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, that happens so much. I don't like having to redo a bunch of shots.
I remember the very first take on it. I'm like, action, and he takes all the lettuce, puts on the plate, but he spills a lot of it. And I'm just like, bruh.
Oh my god.
And I can even hear him on the camera too. He's like, "Oh fuck." I was like,
if you still have that recording,
yeah,
put it in the video.
It's like, I told him, I was like, dude, I dare you to take that clip, put that in your blooper section after the end of your video.
And did he?
I don't remember if he did, but he did credit me in the video saying camera person, me. And then
well, I sure hope so.
You know how he paid me back, like at least like returned the favor?
Mm-hmm.
He literally gave me the dish he was making for lunch.
Was it worth it?
Oh hell yeah, his cooking was super good.
All right, cool.
I'm like, me standing around for like 1.5 hours just taking different shots of you messing up? Yeah, I'll take your food.
I'll take it.
So I guess that's pretty much up to like all your progress and what you've also been up to in film lately, huh?
Yeah, I've done a lot of smaller things, little projects for myself, just to like mess around with and stuff. But
oh yeah,
nothing major.
Yeah,
especially now.
But one last question, and this is looking towards your future. So after college, so would you? I mean, it's just a very simple question. So, would you rather work for a big name, film company like Disney, Netflix, Universal, all those studios, or would you rather be your own like independent maker?
Yes. So, I see like cool productions and stuff like by Disney and like Netflix and whatever else, and I think, yeah, like I want to do that. I could totally see myself like working with them.
Right.
But then I see like, I don't know, like YouTubers, even though YouTube is kind of a job now, especially now. But
what do you think I have to do?
I totally do YouTube as a job, though. That's what I'm saying. Like being my own independent, like being my own independent person, and thinking of content to do for myself, and like all the editing and stuff. Like that's what I do for my films, anyways. Like I think of a random thing and I edit it all, and I do it. Usually, I do it within like a weekend or whatever, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll post it, and then I don't know. It's just that's something I really like. Something something that I know I'm in control in, and oh my God, this is gonna sound so self-centered, but like if it's something I can understand, and especially if I'm in it and it's me, I'll edit it. I'll edit it really well. Not that I won't edit anything well if I'm not in it, but if I'm in there and I think it's great, of course I'm gonna be really motivated to do it.
So, do you want to edit the future episodes for this or that then?
Oh man, that's a big question right there. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, but honestly, Sam, like, I kind of see you more as your own independent filmmaker, and I kind of do see you more as, like, someone, as a new YouTube personality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like people bossing me around, so that's kind of hard. It was especially kind of hard,
Yeah.
with like getting a job and everything. But like, yeah, I definitely don't like being bossed around, and me being my own boss and everything else as an independent creator would be pretty great, especially if I got some sort of good income from it. That would make me very happy. I could have a job like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And maybe, who knows, you can help me run Apartment 308 if this takes off soon.
All right, you paying in McDonald's or what?
Fuck yeah. I'll pay you 10 McNuggets per per 2 videos.
Two? Okay.
Or that's basically 5 nuggets per video.
Dang. All right. I'll think of that. I'll think about it.
Okay. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 5 nuggets and medium fries.
Large or nothing.
Oh shit!
And an Oreo McFlurry.
Wait, I literally just buy you. I just buy you just like a regular ass meal for every video you complete.
I
for
mean,
me.
I bought a McDonald's meal for Caitlin through Postmates when she was up at school and I was back home. So it's totally doable. Yeah. Love that was like after I got my first paycheck. I was like, yes, I can treat my friends now.
And you also bought me Animal Crossing, which I'm still very thankful for.
You're welcome. It's just consider it a thank you for having me included in all of the podcasts and as a late birthday gift as well.
Yeah.
And Christmas and everything else, whatever else there is.
literally any day or any reason to give me a gift, you're just like, here you go.
Well, yeah, because there would be years, or not years, but times where like, you gave me like the chicken buttons or whatever that you made, and I didn't get you like anything. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, why? I'm gonna have to make it up somehow. So I'm like, now's the time to do it.
For context, guys, last Christmas, I was trying to figure out what to get Sam for Christmas, and there's this place in our school where you can just do your own arts and crafts, and in my head, I'm like, okay, so what does Sam like? Okay, she likes BTS, she likes Blackpink, she likes cheese, and she also likes chickens. So I thought, oh, they have a pin making process here. I'll just make chicken pins for her.
And you should have seen how happy I was when I opened the little package. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was so funny, man.
I love it. I still have them in my room.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, they're special.
Well, alrighty then. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode of It's Been a While. Psych! It's not the end yet.
Oh!
Because, new segment on the show, we're gonna do the lightning round.
Oh no, let's hear it.
Alright, so it's not too bad. I tried this with Issa and Ryan already on previous episodes, Sam, but it's just basically just like 10 like this or that questions, and you just pick one or the other.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, burgers or pizzas?
Pizza, but like with only pepperoni.
SUV or sedan?
I'm not good with cars. I think SUV, because isn't the SUV, it's bigger.
It's the big one, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of minivans, and I grew up with minivans, and it could carry lots of people, so you could carry more friends.
Alright, 80s music or 90s music?
80s. No, not 90s. I'm sorry, 90s. Like, you've got a long way to go to reach the 80s music. So,
All right. Bananas or grapes?
bananas, I don't like grapes.
Disneyland or Universal Studios?
Disneyland, I would go there for every year for my birthday. So,
All right. Cake or pie?
I don't like pie, so cake.
Push-ups or sit-ups?
Sit-ups, I would always. Am I allowed to explain myself? I don't want to waste
This is
my
the
time.
lightning round, Sam.
Okay, sit-ups because I'm better at those.
All right. Dancing or singing?
Singing because dancing makes me sweat.
Uber or Lyft?
Uber because I used it more. Otherwise, they're both the same to me.
All right. Last one. Oops. American cheese or Swiss cheese?
Oh, okay. Swiss cheese is good, but I've had more American cheese, so I'd say American cheese. You got it here first, everybody. American cheese.
All right then, and that wraps up the lightning round, and that's gonna bring us to the end of It's Been a While with Sam. All right, guys. So yeah, that's the end of it, and yeah, be on the lookout for Sam in future episodes or this or that. We got more shit to debate about these days.
Oh yeah, I have so much to talk about. So
Yeah,
leave recommendations below.
yeah. You guys have any like topics for anything we can debate about? Leave in the comments, and Sam might also appear on other shows like Let's Hang Out, and probably the new show that I'm gonna be making is called Remember That, which you guys hopefully I release this. It's like basically a podcast where we just talk about old memories about stuff. So you'll probably be seeing Sam there as well.
Oh yeah, I can go on about old stuff for hours. So if you're
Yeah.
into that.
Alright, guys, so make sure you subscribe to Apartment 308, like today's podcast, and for any of you film people out there, leave it in the comments below. Tell us some of your stories of being a film major, and I don't know, what inspires you? What do you have to go through as a film major? Is there anything you're making? Do you have your own independent YouTube channel we should check out? Leave it in the comments below.
I do.
Upcoming YouTube star. Let's go.
Not me already having a YouTube channel since the beginning of college. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And make sure you share this with all your friends. Let people know more about Apartment 308 and our podcast. And yeah. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Sam, for being part of today's episode. And we'll see you guys over on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.